So when we do these shifting, as we're doing right now, I believe, what do you see in the near future, and how is that going to look for us, so everybody can understand? So fourth into fifth, how does that look?
Well, we're already moving into fourth, and we can tell that because of all the physical changes that are going on around us. One of those would be the Schumann resonance. The other is the plasma belt, which we're crossing into now. For example, the galactic plane is a huge plasma field, which is electricity, basically. So our bodies are physically having to adjust to that. The planet is already doing that. So as she shifts and makes changes, so will we, especially if we're in the flow with her and her frequency. And, you know, there's a lot of people who aren't connected to nature in any way, and they're going to have a very difficult time. And as the resonance continues to rise, those who are with the flow are going to handle it relatively well. Those who are not, Michael, we're going to see a lot of people go absolutely stark raving crazy because they can't handle the frequency. We're going to see more and more people having brain aneurysms because they can't handle the frequency.
Right.
Many of the kids are going to adapt to this just fine.
Good.
Because they're so wide open anyway at this point. It's the parents, it's the adults who maybe don't meditate, maybe don't get out into nature. They just sit around and watch TV. Their diet's horrible. They're alcoholics. They smoke a lot. There are going to be a lot of challenges. Now, that's not to say people can't change.
Sure.
But as we get higher and higher in the frequency, what's going to happen is more and more people they're going to awake. They're going to begin to see things that they hadn't seen before. They're going to be able to say, hey, why is that happening? And they will be able to piece it together with other bits and pieces of information that maybe they heard years and years ago. And then all of a sudden, what's going to happen is they're going to see it inside their mind holographically. They're going to see the picture. They're going to totally understand what's happening. And then what's going to happen or concurrently with that is they're going to expand on a psychic level. They're going to experience genuine empathy. And what I mean by that is they're going to pick up on other people who may not be anywhere near them. And they're going to be able to pick up the phone and say, hey, are you okay? What's going on? I sense something. And they're going to be like, well, no, it's funny you mentioned that. I'm on my way to the hospital. It's going to be more and more things like that. As the DNA begins to accelerate, many of the children, what's going to happen is that they're going to pop a third strand. Now it's already in our bodies, but it's been dormant. The kids are going to pop it. And as we get closer to fourth density, Michael, some of the kids are going to go in. It's going to appear like they're walking into air and then they're gone. But then they're going to come back and they're going to tell us, the rest of us, what it is they experienced and the things that they've been taught. And this is being done specifically for the kids because extraterrestrial races practice what is called the law of consistency. And what that means is that I'll use the A's as an example. In their entire civilization, whatever information they have, whatever research, whatever knowledge, whatever proof or facts that they acquire, it is shared equally amongst all the people. They don't say, okay, just the adults, and then 10, 15 years from now, or 50 years from now, because they live so long, we're going to teach it to the kids. No, everybody gets it at the exact same time.
Wow.
So that the consciousness of the civilization is all exactly on the same page. Even if they don't understand it, the knowledge, the resonance of the knowledge is there. So they all have it. This way, they all move in tandem together. They're not broken apart, by generations or educational structures or caste systems, none of that.
That's
because
fantastic.
they realize that
Absolutely
civilizations
fantastic.
don't survive that way.
Yeah, I really feel that there's a lot of people that are experiencing this right now, because we're seeing things that we've never seen before, as far as like the dirty tricks and the evil that's been being done for a long time. Guys like us, we've been noticing it for a long time, trying to point out as much as possible. But now it's being recognized by more people than I have ever seen before. It is really starting to happen. It's fantastic.
Yeah, we're no longer conspiracy theorists. Now we're bushwhackers, trailblazers, right?
We're the go-to guys now. Yeah, finally.
Yeah, it's just like, wow. So